You see, there are several factors which impact an election. Now, one of the factors which you normally feel you will be able to overcome, and after the election you realize you have not been able to overcome, particularly when you are in government, is the index of opposition unity.
Oh, that's right.
So if you add up even the 2014 vote percentage of the three constituents of the Mahagathbandhan, it was much higher than us.
That's right, yes.
And almost the same voting percentage is reflected in the present result. Now, our coalition remained broadly the same, except for Jatin Ram Manjhi joining the coalition, as far as the alliance was concerned. And as far as the Mahagathbandhan was concerned, you had all kinds of disparate forces who came together. They were distinct forces, they came together. And one of our electoral strategies or expectation was that each would not be able to transfer his vote to the other.
But that has happened.
Because historically, the electorate that had earlier supported Nitish Kumar was very hostile to Lalu,
yes.
And the Lalu electorate was very hostile to Nitish Kumar. But apparently, they've been able to deliver to each other.
That's right.
They campaigned together, there were no differences which were reflected in the campaign. And I must say to the credit of Lalu Yadav that he had completely put his force behind Nitish Kumar's leadership, even though he headed a much bigger vote contingent.
He's actually the single largest party.
Yeah, he's the single largest party. And therefore, if you add up the vote, it becomes a far bigger alliance.
Did the election cost you dearly on account of the fringe elements that you perhaps could not rein in as much as you would have wanted to, the caste equations, or the whole Mohan Bhagwat statements that got quoted?
I think cumulatively everything joins together. You see, when you win an election, it's attributable to
many forces.
And when you lose an election, you look for various explanations why you lost an election. There is never an excuse which is a substitute or a scapegoat which is a substitute for victory. Therefore, I don't think there is much of a point in my indulging in that exercise. You are right, during the period when the elections were being contested, some irresponsible statements did change the narrative. That is not expected from responsible political people. I had repeatedly intervened in order to make sure that the narrative comes back as far as plan is concerned. But I think those may be incidental factors. How much they impacted on Bihar, I really don't know.
You know, you were right in saying that success has many fathers and failure perhaps looks for parentage and finds none. But who eventually will take the blame for Bihar? Because it was a campaign led by the Prime Minister himself.
Well, each one of us will take the blame. The party collectively has lost. If you saw the intensity with which the Prime Minister campaigned, and if you saw the kind of response that he got, it was mind-boggling.
That's right. Yes.
Well, it was even bigger than the kind of response he was getting in the 2014 election, because we polled the kind of vote we were polling in 2014.
That's right. Yes.
It's just that our opponents had all joined together. Therefore, to say that his campaign didn't deliver, his campaign got us that vote, but we needed that little extra, particularly when the opponents had joined hands, and that's something we weren't able to do.
You are the A team as far as Prime Minister Modi is concerned. Do you see Bihar as a referendum on the Modi government, or would you believe that?
I think, you see, the referendum is a word we very loosely use in this country. There is no provision for a referendum in India, and every election is not a referendum. A state election is not a referendum. You are not contesting on one issue.
Many people believe that heads should roll. I mean, that is how popular experts come and comment. Do you believe heads will roll after Bihar?
I think that's not a very mature suggestion. You win a lot of elections, you lose some elections. So if we start throwing out people after every loss, we probably will have nobody left in the party. In a political election, a political party loses an election collectively, it wins an election collectively.
So the other concern in the market is that, and some people who came on our channel kind of voiced this concern, that maybe the Bihar verdict will trigger a greater realignment of the anti-BJP bloc. Do you see this as a possibility? The Bihar experiment, it's made for strange bedfellows. I mean, Nitish Kumar and Lalu
I
also
don't know.
talking to each
You
other.
see, there is never a last day in politics. We must all remember
That's right.
that. And as far as the Bihar experience is concerned, everybody getting together, let's see what are the next elections.
No, I asked you this because you spoke about the index of...
What are the next elections? The next election is West Bengal.
Assam, Punjab.
Do you see the Trinamool and the CPM getting together? The next election is Tamil Nadu. Do you see the DMK or the AIDMK getting together? Or do you see Jayalalitha ji aligning herself with the Congress? Obviously the answer is no. The next election is also Assam.
That's right.
And in Assam, if the Congress were to align itself with the UDIF,
It's going to be an erosion of their own...
they'll probably end up surrendering
But
Assam
you don't
itself.
see a Mayawati and a Mulayam coming together in UP at all.
You see, they have once come together against us.
But Mayawati came along with you as well.
Yeah. You see, there's a reasonable amount of flexibility there, but I don't see any possibility of that reasonably happening. Now, these are the next elections.
That's right.
So you see, these are theoretical comments which can be made in a discussion that you'll see far greater participation of this. But if you look at the reality of politics, it's different from ground to ground.
You know, sir, it's important that you say that Nitish Kumar played a catalyst, but many people now fear, and I'm asking you to now wear your politician's hat, that this coalition will perhaps be dictated terms by Lalu. I mean, even the way the press conference was conducted, actually, it was Lalu was the dominating partner in this relationship. How do you see this marriage progress, if I may?
You see, I hope it succeeds. And for the sake of Bihar, I hope it succeeds. It's not fair for anybody to make any adverse prediction even before the Council of Ministers has been sworn in. They won a mandate just now.
That's right.
They are entitled to their own timing. And I think Mr. Nitish Kumar is a very seasoned politician. And I can tell you, the Nitish Kumar that I know,
And he's been your partner for many, many years.
the Nitish Kumar I know is not a pawn in anybody's hand, nor is he ever going to be.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/etnow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at etnowlive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/etnow.